morning, students. We are studying Science 1 and we have started with the new chapter, that is chapter number 7, Lenses. These are the following contents that we are going to study in detail in this chapter. But let us see the basics about the spherical mirror that we have studied last year. Concave mirror and convex mirror. This is the concave and this is the convex mirror. Both are the part of a sphere or a spherical mirror, where C is the center of curvature and this is the radius of curvature, and the principal axis passes through the center of curvature and the pole. In this diagram, it will be clear about the concave and convex mirror. Where concave is a converging mirror, you can see here at this point at focus, and the image is being formed which is in front of the mirror. Whereas convex mirror is a diverging mirror, you can see the ray of light gets diverged, and when you extend it in backward direction, at this point you get the focus and the image is formed that is behind the mirror. Now let us study about the lenses in detail. These are some of the examples that the lenses are being used in our daily life. In spectacles, camera, telescope, microscope, watch glass, etc. A lens is a transparent medium bounded by two surfaces. Convex lens and concave lens. These are the two lenses that we are going to study in detail in this chapter. Let us see the convex lens. The lens which has two spherical surfaces which are puffed up outward is called a convex or double convex lens. You can see here in this picture. It is puffed outward. The lens with both surfaces spherical on the inside is called concave or double concave lens. You can see here in this diagram. The lens is thicker near the center as compared to the edges. You can see it is thicker at the center as compared to the edges. The lens is thinner at the center as compared to its edges. You can see here it is thinner at the center as compared to that of its edges. And these are the different types of lenses, that is double convex, plano-convex, converging meniscus or the positive meniscus, double concave, plano-concave, diverging meniscus or the negative meniscus. These are all converging lenses and these are all diverging lenses. A ray of light gets refracted twice while passing through a lens, once while entering the lens and once while emerging from the lens. You can see here in this diagram, these are the lens. The ray of light gets refracted twice while passing through the lens in both the diagram. The direction of the ray changes because of these refractions that you have studied in the previous chapter. Both the surfaces of most lenses are a part of a sphere. You can see here in this diagram, whereas this is the convex lens and this is the concave lens. Let us study the terms related to the lenses. Center of curvature C. The center of spheres whose part form surfaces of the lenses are called center of curvature of the lenses. A lens with both the surfaces spherical has two center of curvature C1 and C2. You can see here in this diagram C1 and C2. Radius of curvature R. The radii R1 and R2 of the sphere whose part form surfaces of the lenses are called radii of the lenses. Here you can see R1, R2, R1 and R2. Principal axis. The imaginary line passing through both centers of curvature is called the principal axis of the lens. You can see here in this diagram, which passes through both the centers C1 and C2. Optical center O. The point inside a lens on the principal axis through which light ray passes without changing their path is called the optical center of a lens. You can see here this point O is the optical center. Ray P1 Q1, P2 Q2 passes through O are going along a straight line, thus O is the optical center of the lens. You can see here the ray of light P1 Q1, P2 Q2. This is P1 Q1 and this is P2 Q2 passes through this optical center O and they pass in a straight line. Principal focus F. When light ray parallel to the principal axis are incident on a convex lens, they converge to a point on the principal axis. This point is called as the principal focus of the lens. You can see here in this diagram, this is the principal focus of the lens. When the light ray parallel to the principal axis falling on a convex lens comes together, that is get focus at a point on the principal axis, so this type of lens is called as the converging lens. And the light ray parallel to the principal axis falling on a concave lens goes away from one another, that is they diverge after refraction. So this type of lens is called as a divergent lens. Focal length F. The distance between the optical center and principal focus of the lens is called the focal length. You can see here, this is the focal length and this is the focal length. Now let us study the ray diagram for refracted light. Image formed by convex lens. Rules to draw ray diagram of images formed by convex lens. Rule 1. When the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, the refracted ray passes through the principal focus. You can see here in this diagram, incident and this refracted passes through the focus. Rule 2. When the incident ray passes through the principal focus, the refracted ray is parallel to the principal axis. You can see here in this diagram, incident ray passes through the focus, refracted ray then goes parallel. Rule 3. When the incident ray passes through the optical center of the lens, it passes without changing its direction. You can see here, when the incident ray passes through the optical center O, it will not change its direction. So now let us do the activity. This is the one of the activity which has been given, and the other activity you can do by placing the screen at a fixed position to obtain a clear image of a distant object like tree or a building instead of this candle. And then you can measure the distance between the screen and the lens with the help of this meter scale. Then now you will turn the other side of the lens towards the screen, and again you will obtain a clear image of the distinct object, it may be tree or a building, on the screen by moving this lens in forward or the backward direction. Then measure the distance between the screen and the lens again, and you will get the focal length of the lens. And this is the another activity where screen is at this position, lens is at this position O, and the candle is then placed first, which is beyond 2f1, then at 2f1, then in between 2f1 and f1, then at f1, and last between f1 and O. And you have to note the observation, that is the position of the image, size and nature of the image.